Hello, friends. Welcome back to Got a Minute, the mini podcast that pairs funny stories with original music. Today's chapter is called Participation Ribbon. It's kind of a funny coming-of-age athletic story. It's awkward, no matter how you look at it. So anyway, and then Anjanette will be on with us in a few minutes to talk about her song, A Perfect Day. And I think you're really going to love it. So let's get started.
Got a Minute mini podcast is a production of Pioneer Dream, celebrating 30 years of telling stories for our corporate, nonprofit, and entertainment partners. Be sure to check out our Dreamers Live podcast, which offers entertaining conversations about living intentionally.
Chapter 4, Participation Ribbon. I can hardly remember a time before school as a child. Early on, my mom became a single working parent. By necessity, I was quickly enrolled in daycare, which led to preschool, which led to kindergarten. Now, if preschool and kindergarten are like the county jail, because they did take my freedom, then elementary was like federal prison. We wore uniforms, ate meals on trays, and got time in the yard. The only thing missing was the bench press and chest tattoos. School began my long slide into adulthood. I was never the same. School was also the place most of us started to develop our self-image. I guess that because we finally had context. Do we jump as high, run as fast, count as well, and get in trouble as often? I excelled in that particular area. All this context helped us to define how we see ourselves in our own minds. At the end of my first grade year, actually, it was my second first grade year, but that's beside the point. It was announced that for one day only, Holy Name Catholic School would suspend all classes for an Olympic-scale day of games. No uniforms, no math, no visits to the principal. A kid can dream, can't he? Just feats of elementary competition. And what's more, there would be prizes. Ribbons would be awarded and grand ceremonies to all the winners. Now, anticipation is the lifeblood of youth. To say I was looking forward to the games is a gross understatement. I was Christmas excited. And, what's more, I was confident. I knew I was fast. I knew I was probably the fastest kid in my class. And I knew I could win. There was really only one issue. I had absolutely nothing to base that belief on. See, I had one friend in first grade. One. In a class of 20-some-odd kids. No one ever asked us to play ball. I was never part of a team. My extraordinary athletic skill was never leveraged against another's. But I didn't need all that. I knew when I ran, I moved like Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man, complete with theme song. I practiced all the time. Sure, there was the challenge that my bionic hero always seemed to be moving in slow motion, but that was really just a technical issue. When the day came, I was ready. Tennis shoes, check. Wild anticipation, check. Feathered hair, check. Theme song, oh, you know it. We lined up for the first race, a 25-yard dash through freshly cut crabgrass and daffodils. The playground went still. I was a stallion. At the starting line, I lunged one knee forward and one elbow up and tightened every muscle in my body. Sister Connie stood there with her thin, pale arm raised to full extension in the air. Her habit flowed in the wind. It somehow felt like the start of the drag race in Greece. Anticipation. I clenched tighter. Blood flow ceased. Sister's hand fell. There was a shout, "Go!" I exploded. My theme music started. It was slower than I remembered. I pushed harder. My long, adolescent, thin legs galloped. I moved like Steve Austin. In slow motion. Everyone else moved in real time. With 5 yards to go, I was breathing like a chain smoker in a bathhouse. My chest hurt. I was the last to cross the finish line. They didn't even wait till I was done. Someone met me with 2 yards to go and just handed me a participation ribbon. I finished the race with it clenched in my hand just before I blacked out. I was distraught. How could I not be faster than this? I had watched all the right TV. Bionic Man, Batman, Shazam, Laura Ingalls running down that hill in Little House. It didn't make sense. What followed in my life was a long line of athletic disappointments. Baseball, wrestling, basketball, soccer, any competition in Cub Scouts. They were all fundamentally designed to embarrass me. Finally, in an act of mercy, competitive swimming chose to adopt me after seeing my story on a Sally Struthers commercial. At last, I had a sports home, a team. I spent 6 years on the Phillips 66 Splash Club, enjoying the watery comforts of nearly every Y, high school, and municipal pool in the region. I loved belonging to that team. We were weird. Other students looked at us funny. Chlorine became our permanent cologne. Our bleached out hair repelled name brand conditioners. We traveled in packs and ate like wolves. Now, I was not an exceptional swimmer. I had the privilege of both winning and losing, and I gained a lot from both. Now, of course, there are no winners and losers, only participants. Well, that may be for parents, but trust me, the winners and losers still know who they are. I held no illusions of false grandeur. After swimming throughout my high school years, I graduated to being a marginally inactive adult. When my 30th birthday approached, I saw my youth evaporating. I figured that was the moment to return to running by training for my first marathon. Maybe even at full speed instead of slow motion. My father-in-law, Jason, is a longtime runner and marathoner. He set me up with a training regimen. It was great. The plan called for long runs on the weekends with increasing distances each week. That meant in just a few weeks, I was running farther than I had ever run before. Every Saturday was like virgin snow for me. As the training got deeper, the distances got much longer. Running 16 or 18 miles meant waking God up on the way to Pathfinder, our city's dedicated running path that kind of snakes through the green areas of our community. Now, Pathfinder is beautiful, but at pre-dawn with a couple tweaked out squirrels and a paranoid deer in the shadows, you can quickly start to hear banjos. It was nerve-wracking. That's why it always surprised me to find seniors and single ladies with headphones getting their speed walk on at dark 30. At that hour, if you surprise someone, you're liable to end up with a face full of mace. My father-in-law was kind enough to train me on some running etiquette for these situations. It goes like this. When running up on an unsuspecting recreational enthusiast, use one of these simple techniques to alert him or her of your presence. Number 1, the shoe scuff. While 6 yards or so back, intentionally scuff your shoe during your stride on the path. Hopefully, the sound will be enough to alert them of your presence. Number 2, the fake cough. Works like the shoe scuff, you're just less likely to sprain your ankle in the process. And number 3, the vocal alert. While still a safe distance back in a calm, warm, non-muggerish voice, say, "On your left," or "Runner, on your left." I've used all of these, and they're each useful. The challenge comes when the pathfindee, usually a young woman, has chosen to get her jam on as a means of getting amped up for her pre-dawn stride. It looks like this. I'm approaching her from 20 feet back. It's dark, and her iPhone is so loud I can sing along with her "I Don't Want to Look Like My Mom" playlist. There's not a lot of time. Even late in my run, I'm closing in on Dancing Queen pretty quickly. I choose a modified option 3, the vocal alert, with a gentle wave and radiating kindness. Degree of difficulty on mile 13, about a 10. I rehearse my move in my mind several times over in the last few yards between us. "Hi, good morning, runner on your left." "Hey, nice morning, enjoy your walk." "Hey, oh, you like Alanis Morissette too." 5 yards away. 3, it's time. Just let the training take over. Warm salutation, gentle wave, dismount, and nod to the judges. "Hey, good, run, you, run," and Tourette's wave. Fortunately, it's dark, and she can't really give an accurate description to the authorities of the man who was breathing suggestively as he ran by her. The artist rendering looks a bit like Frankenstein, but they got my knees right. Having left my 30s long ago, I often feel like I've left my athletic triumphs in the pockets of another decade's pants. That's okay. I refuse to go quietly into the exercise night. I'm more than happy to hold up my blue participation ribbon up high. Hey, so what song have you chosen to pair for this story?
Actually, you chose it.
Oh, well,
that's
yeah.
that's how that goes.
What song did I choose?
I didn't remember it because it's been so long ago. I think it's a song called "Perfect Day,"
Yes.
and it was from my first studio album, which was very long ago.
Yes.
I think the name of the album was "Down to Nothing." Is that right?
That's the
yeah.
one.
But it was the first time I thought, hey, this is what I want to do. And
Right.
we went through all the work to record all the songs, put together an album back when hopes were high.
Yes. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the song Perfect Day.
What I remember about it is actually just pretty simple. It just says it's a perfect day. Everything was fine. It's a perfect day. Everything was mine. It was the way I felt with you. So it's pretty simple, but the idea is it doesn't really matter what you're doing. If you're with somebody that you love and you're having a great time, the world feels like it's yours. So it's a perfect day. It's pretty simple. I do remember when we, were trying to get it out there to different people. I thought, this might be one of those songs that they could use like in a football game or for the Olympics. I mean, not necessarily for the Olympics, but it does kind of have that rock feel, like that triumphant feel. So anyway.
Well, let's take a listen.
Okay.
What's this I see? Is it a smile across my face? What's this I feel? Is it ease or is it grace? Is this what others feel when it always goes their way? Could it be I'm finally headed for my perfect day? Yeah. It's a perfect day. Everything is fine. It's a perfect day. Everything is mine. When I want to remember, and I want to remember the way I felt, the way I felt with you. What's bringing all my tired senses back to life? What's waking lonely hope inside of me? Is this what others feel right before they reach their prize? Could it be I'm headed for my day in the sky? It's a perfect day. Everything is fine. It's a perfect day. Everything is mine. And I want to remember. And I want to remember the way I felt. It was the way I felt. So put it in a bottle and don't let go. Because I want to remember how I loved you so. The sun was shining and the birds did sing. It was the way I felt. It was the way I felt with you. It was the way I felt. It was the way I felt. It's a perfect day. Everything is fine. It's a perfect day. And everything is mine. And I want to remember. And I want to remember. And I want to remember the way I felt. The way I felt with you. It was the way I felt. It was the way I
Thanks for listening. We'd love it if you'd like and subscribe to the podcast and then share it with the people you know. Thanks. This has been a production of Pioneer Dream.